Then she calls her son in the evening, 5:10, not accepted. 5:11, not accepted. 5:12, she calls her brother. They talk for 5 minutes and 26 seconds, and then he hangs up. All right. So still on the 30th, 5:57, she calls her son, not accepted. 5:58, she calls former husband. He does not accept. 8:50, okay, this is the next day, 7/1, 8:50 in the morning, she calls her son, not accepted. Then she calls Nicole at 8:52, and they talk for 29 minutes and 51 seconds, and then Sarah hangs up. So at 3:36, she calls her son. They talk for 8 minutes and 22 seconds, and then he hangs up. Then she calls her brother at 5:41, not accepted. Calls her brother at 5:44. They talk for 13 minutes, and then he hangs up. Peter G, she calls at 6:09. Pin limit, so it doesn't go through. That's the free courtesy call. It says marketing. And then she calls Peter G again at 6:30, and it's not accepted. And that's also a free call. Calls him again at 6:32, not accepted. Free courtesy marketing call. So 7:02 on the first, she calls her son, not accepted. 7:04, calls him again, not accepted. 7:06, calls Peter. 7:50, calls Peter, not accepted. One of those is a prepay APOC call. The other one was a free marketing call to Peter. And she calls Rick on the 2nd at 8:53 in the morning. No answer. 8:55 in the morning. No answer from Rick. She calls Nicole, 8:57. Not accepted. Peter G, 8:59. Not accepted. Calls Nicole again at 10:44. Not accepted. Peter G at 10:48. Not accepted. And then we're on July 2nd now. She calls Peter G at, were we already on? Yeah, we're still on the 2nd. Okay, so she calls Peter G at 2:38, not accepted. 2:40, not accepted. And these are free calls that she's getting, not accepted at 14:41, 2:41. So 2:38, 2:40, 2:41, all free calls, all not accepted. And then that evening, she calls Peter again, 6:40, a free courtesy call, not accepted. She calls Nicole at 6:42, a prepay call, not accepted. Then she calls her son at 6:44. They talk for 11 minutes, 58 seconds, and then he hangs up. So, not a lot of love for Miss Boone on the phone calls. A lot of not accepted.